Well, hello,
Hi,
good people.
everybody.
This is Tom and Heather from Shadowfields. This is
Monday in the studio.
Please like, share, subscribe, tell all your neighbors about us.
And click on that notification bell to stay connected to us whenever we go live. And you want to make sure that you connect with us when we go live because
we're live now.
We're fun people.
Yeah.
I never say that.
I don't feel live today.
I
can tell you, I do not feel
done
live.
A lot of brain work today.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we've actually, we have a drink tonight, don't we? It's your famous drink.
Your famous drink.
Your famous. He has water tonight, everybody. This doesn't even sound right, does it? I mean, normally he's in some kind of different mood. But I have. Tell me what I'm drinking. Just tell me. Just tell me. No, I'm not going to say. They're going to tell me what I'm drinking. It'll be fun to see what they think I'm drinking. But Mike's got an Oktoberfest.
How can you have an Oktoberfest? We're very far from October.
Water. Yeah, Tony. Tony. Congratulations
on
number 8
overall.
in Alabama.
He actually won best name for a team.
Best name for
We Will
Rock
Rock You.
We Will Rock You. Yeah. So they're now giving out awards for the name of.
Next, it's going to be hairstyle. Best hairstyle goes to. Best supporting cook goes to.
Yeah, who did Lisa go with you, Tony? That'd be interesting to find out. And Dave, hello, and Shirley and Becky and Steve. Oh, wait a minute. Do we have something for Steve?
We always have something for Steve.
Do you have like something that you could play on your? Oh!
What is? Where did this guitar come from, Heather?
My parents gave that to me when I was 17 years old because they thought I would look really nice with a guitar. They didn't check to see my strength finders where learning is number 34 out of 34. But I couldn't I did take some lessons. She
presented this guitar to me 18 years ago.
And you fixed it up nice.
It had all broken strings. It had many, many, many cracks in the top. The tuning machines, which we talked about in a previous week.
That's right.
They were all broken off. And so now it's just...
Oh, it's like butter. Oh, it's like butter. So, Steve, this is for you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Steven. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
I hope it was a great day.
Boy,
keep yourself out of the hospital.
Don't be too blessed by that.
Anybody who just wants us to sing some kind of strange songs to them, you can just let us know. We're up for that. Yeah, so thank you, Dave. Happy birthday, Steve.
Yes. Happy birthday. We're glad you're still with us after all that scare you've had. So
I know. Okay, so what we do in the studio? A
couple things. We finished a new song.
Yeah.
We had a rehearsal with the guys, and
we did. We did something we've never done before.
We had a rehearsal with no drums.
Well, that we've done before, but
but it was just nice. You don't have to strain to hear what you're doing. We all could just like huddle around and just work on things. And we only got through half dozen songs or whatever.
Yeah.
But they're all new songs, and it was going so well that we said, guys, you've never heard this song before. We're just going to play it for you and come up with some ideas. And so we just ran, 4 or 5 times through a new tune that we'll be playing at Hey Nani. And it
went really well.
It's kind
we
of
even took a recording of it, and surprisingly,
It's tolerable. It's
No,
tolerable.
it was more than tolerable. But, typically we write a song, we get it to a point where it's pretty good, and we have the guys, we want them to come in and do their parts. And so we send it out to them in the email, we give them a chord chart, and then they'll come in and they'll do a separate part, we'll record it. This time, we just threw it out to them while we were all together and said, okay, now do something with this. We've never done anything like that before. It reminded me of
the song Alice. We were on tour and we were in Michigan.
And this is where I had
B&B.
This is where I had the best bedroom.
And I had a futon.
It was like
with
in
no
a loft
cushion.
with a king size bed, and
I was
the
crippled.
guys were in this part of the house that were you all sleeping in the same room together?
No, I was in a different room.
Okay. But yeah, you were on some kind of, where they put I'm sorry, I have to tell them, but you put your suitcases on, these like benches and stuff. I think that's the kind of bed.
Yeah, that's really what it was.
That was his bed.
So it had there was 6 or 8 inches between slats, that it wasn't like long ways, it was sideways. So
anyway, it was in the morning of the day that we were going to leave, and we had some time on our hands.
So
and
we sat around the kitchen and we just
playing around with, you had already had this the kind of chord progression and kind of everything. But then you got together and Gary just got out his violin and started going with it. I'm like, yo, this is good. And I started thinking about lyrics, and it was just like,
so it was fun.
Spontaneous.
We did a similar thing in the last rehearsal.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
And then this last weekend,
Saturday morning,
we worked with the famous Sammy Barzano.
Sammy B.
And he has a song, Grand Ave Hustle.
Mm-hmm.
And so we helped him with a video for that. And we drove all over.
Yeah, but first we went to this place called Blondie's. It's on Grand Avenue.
Well, the idea was to have it shot in a diner because... Yeah.
It was so fun.
That's what the words are.
Mm-hmm.
It's about being in a diner, recalling a story about a heist.
Mm-hmm.
And so we tried to portray that in the video. Tonight we have a behind the scenes.
Shut up.
For you.
We do?
Yeah, it's a little bit behind the scenes.
Okay.
And next week we hope to have Sammy himself here to partake in the festivities and
of the launch of his video.
Yeah,
so that'll be fun.
Launch his video.
We like that kind of stuff.
It's always fun to do something new and fresh, right?
Mm-hmm, for somebody else.
Yeah.
So we do have some behind the scenes, but I do want to make just a quick comment about the fact that the lamp and back, the lampshade, is straight.
Becky, is that straight enough for you tonight?
I know that there was a problem with that last week, but now it is straight.
I'm barely functioning.
I even put a little picture down there. See the little picture?
Can you
I kind of made it.
That picture?
I couldn't get any flowers or anything to put over there because that would have been really, really nice.
That's interesting. You put a picture of you on the...
Well, it's me and Gary. It's Gary, Jerry, and me. It's a kind of a nice, you see the blue of my shirt kind of popping out over there. Well, if you can come up with a better picture, we'll have one up there.
I have this beautiful one of me and my mom.
Okay, that would be good. We'll do that next week.
Okay.
All right, but let's go to the behind the scenes, and then
we'll answer some questions.
Yes.
And hopefully have the same questions as last week. Okay, so here is the making of Grand Ave Hustle.
So we're at Sammy's house. And we're waiting for him to come out of his...
He's looking like a mobster, all right?
I'm not a morning person. I haven't even woke up yet.
He's a regular mobster. So what's the song that we're going to do today?
Grand Ave Hustle.
Yeah, baby. You want to be buried like a Viking?
Yeah, I always said that.
You want to be on a boat?
Yeah. And then set on fire. And then have a choir singing. You can't always get what you want.
But the problem is you won't be there to experience.
Oh, I'll be there in spirit. I'll see it all from above, baby. Right here.
The hair?
Yeah.
Okay.
The Thirsty Whale. Tom, do you remember the Thirsty Whale? They used to be right there, where the gas station is.
Really?
Yeah.
I played Thirsty Whale.
So did I. Those are the ones I was telling you about. I got to do something. I got more bromance than camps that work. How's this? What's this?
Just play along.
Okay.
Playing. You want him to play it and mouth it at the same time?
Okay. No smiling.
You're knobby, okay? You got a knobby thing. You're angry. Give it to me. Come on. Yeah.
You're smiling. Don't smile. I'm not interested in you smiling.
Okay. Jill's.
No smiling.
This could be the warehouse near O'Hare.
It is.
Exactly.
No. It's a hustle. Traffic sucks.
All right. Just hang on. Do it again, because I don't want to see your jeans and stuff like that.
Jill's probably the best shot.
Do it again. Okay. Got it.
Here it is, pick.
I got a pick.
Huh.
I can't use little tiny picks like you.
Ready.
Sammy, you have to have a job.
Yeah. Tell me what you want me to do.
All right.
It's a hustle.
Close enough.
With the coolest thing. Hey, so we're here with Sammy Barzano, Tom and myself, and we've been spending a day working on a music video for what song, Sammy?
Grand Avenue Hustle.
What's the song about, Sammy?
It's a wise guy, imaginary wise guy
Just
crew.
imaginary.
All make believe. Story about a crew doing robberies around the airport.
So it's really uplifting. It's a great song, great beat, great lyrics, and a great musician, artist, Sammy Barzano.
We've been out driving around all day and shooting video, and soon to be coming to a YouTube near you.
But look up Sammy Barzano on Spotify and just Sammy Barzano, right?
Yeah, Sammy
And we got
Barzano.
a couple songs out there. Grand Avenue Hustle is one of them, and also Hey Hey Hey. So please look him up, and then coming soon to a station near you, a YouTube near you, is Grand Avenue Hustle on YouTube. Anything to say, Tom? It's been fun. It's been fun supporting you.
Oh,
Can't
thank
wait
you
to see
guys.
the
I
video
had a
coming
great
together.
time. Waking me up early in the morning. Wow, I didn't know I could get this much done during daylight.
Well, it'll be fun to see it come to life.
That's
and,
why I'm in the shade, because I'm a vampire.
We've had fun with you today. So
I had fun too, guys.
Don't cry.
I won't cry.
All right. Thank you so much. Bye-bye, everybody.
Thank you.
Oh, there you go.
Sammy. It was fun. We had a good time.
We had a really good time.
How many different locations were we at? So there's
Like
Blondie,
4.
2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah. We were driving all around a lot.
If you consider just to the parking lot. But what was really cool about what we did is that where we were was actually where he had grown up. Like, and he had a couple of houses. Like, he lived down there.
You know, we hit a lot of places that he was very, very familiar with. a love song.
Yeah.
Yeah. A love of money, I suppose. But
that the place that he was sitting, and we were telling him to smile or not to smile, that was where his uncle had a restaurant, and it was completely leveled. It was just a parking lot at that point. Yeah, and you know, the streets, the random streets that we'd go down, he'd go, "Oh, well, that's, you know, where I lived for a little while, or this is where this person lived." These are all people in his family or acquaintances.
Yeah, and it was interesting that one of the last places that we recorded at was right next to the barber shop that Sammy used to own. He
had it for 50 years.
That's a long time.
Yeah, so that was his barber shop. I'm not sure if you caught it, but we were, we scanned it up there.
Yeah.
So, did you say something funny?
No.
Okay. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that.
Okay.
It was really fun to do that. What do we got coming up this week? We got more work to do tonight on the song, right? To get it ready.
More work to do, and we're going to answer a couple more questions here.
Look, the hat
if
is
you have
out.
any questions, post the questions in the comments or in the chat, or you could comment at the end below, and we will answer any questions. I picked last time.
You must pick tonight. Probably says, "How do you write a song?"
How do you go out making salsa? You said that you went through these.
I did. I didn't understand that. That wasn't about salsa. We weren't going to do that one again.
Do you think about videos as part of the songwriting process?
What a good question.
No.
I think once it's done, we think about what we want to do with it, but I don't think we ever think about it. Some of them
conjure up images in your mind as you're writing, because we can't write from firsthand knowledge of everything. Because we've had some songs about things that we've never personally went through,
like Alice. Yeah.
No, I think Alice.
No, I mean Alice in the Tin Hat. Like we didn't. It was a story.
Yes, it was a story. But anyway, it creates some images in your mind, and then you can go with that, and maybe a video can come from that. But typically, we keep the music to the music, because it wasn't until the 7th album before we really did a lot of videos.
Mm-hmm.
And
he never wanted to do videos. I'm just going to be.
I'm quite sure I do.
Can I just come clean on that? Like I would, any video that was out prior to the 7th album, like I, just somehow cajoled somebody to do it for me. But I think once we got to the 7th album, it was because of COVID. I think.
Yeah, we had nothing else that we could do.
We needed to release a song and then do a video.
Yeah,
and release a song, doing the video, kind of getting a little bit more attention that way.
Exactly. And so it was interesting to come up with ideas. And then, because a video can make or break an artist. Think of Billy Squier. Can anybody name what song was a Billy Squier song that ended his career? Because of the video?
Uh-oh.
Does anybody remember that? Which one? Video killed the radio star. Yeah. Anyway.
I don't know the song. What was it?
Billy Squier was kind of like a hard rock guy.
Yeah, I knew this. Yeah.
But then they put out a video, and they had him like dressed in pink, and
it was too much,
floundering on a bed kind of thing. It was embarrassing.
Mm-hmm.
It ended his career. Now, it wasn't for the stroke. Oh, Rock Me Tonight. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Not a bad song. Horrible video. He went along with it because, the record label has got all the money, and they say, we want to do a video. And it's not like today where everybody's got, like better
They're doing
cameras
their self production is the name of the game now.
Yeah, but that wasn't the case back then, and they it absolutely tanked him because all the guys that were into hard rock that liked him were like, oh no, we're not interested in this guy anymore.
Well, I do want to bring up a video that I think was the one that was the most interesting to do, because we actually had to build a game. So Tom and I built a game together called The Escape Artist. And was it The Escape Artist or just The Escape?
No, Escape Artist.
It has a board. It actually has cards and tokens and playing pieces. And actually it has an objective. And it has everything that you need in a game. You could play it. Yeah.
It was
that was the funnest
intense.
one.
There was a lot of work on that.
Yeah. And we took about a month to do it, but that was kind of going back and forth with you and trying to figure out what to do.
I got it printed out, at work because they had large scale printers that they could print out the board game because it was, like a 2-foot square game. So.
Right. Yeah. And then that's what the video was based on, was we were actually playing the game during the video.
Yeah. I think we both lost on that game.
I mean, I don't think you can ever, well, you might be able to win, but it would take a lot. But I think that's the kind of fun thing that we did. Yeah. So Dave says, what's the recording process and order used for Shadow Fields?
Why don't we hit that next week or something like that?
I'll get right back to you on that.
Because we've
got
she's still, look at this.
There's so many.
Yeah.
There's so many. Dave, I'm going to write that down.
We're going to write that down right on the back of one that asked about salsa.
Okay. Should I pick one now? Because I'm scared now. I'm scared now. Okay. Have you ever had a song that couldn't be performed live because we worked on it too much, or we reworked it too much? Have you ever had a song that couldn't be performed live?
Well, that's an interesting thing in that,
like an overproduced.
I don't know that I don't think that overproduction has been the drawback. It's typically that we've found that if the main instrument of the song was a 5-string banjo, it's not going to ever work live because the 5-string banjo is too small and thin to carry the weight of a song. And all the songs that we did that with, like Sweet Love.
Yeah. Oh, and,
what was the other one from that album?
Sweet Love.
Yeah. Anyway, there's a bunch of songs that were like that, including On My Way Home. That was another one that was that way.
Yeah.
Good songs, sounded great on the albums, but couldn't really pull them off. But that's always the case. You record, when you start recording songs, you have your favorites before you record, and you have your favorites at the end of recording, and then you have your favorites after you actually play them. And often it's 3 completely different sets of songs.
Yeah.
Because what can be played live and be fun to play is one kind of song, but what's interesting musically is something, could be something completely different.
Yeah. There are some pieces of the songs that you're not going to hear, like on Night with No Light. There's a killer banjo part in that song that kind of is an accent piece that you would normally hear, like if it was going to be another voice in a song. Do you remember what I'm talking about? There's like a dun 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 dun. Dun. There's like a beautiful that Dre used to play.
Oh, which song?
Night with No Light.
Yeah.
And we would never do that right now, because you have your main instrument, you'd have a violin.
The cake. Pretty much we found that the way songs work with this particular band is whatever I play, it has to be the cake.
You have to be the foundation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If we make it a piano song and I'm not playing the piano, it becomes different because I join Gary as being icing.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's too much icing.
Yeah.
So,
but there are some that, we're missing some of that because of the fact that we did it during the recording, but now you're not going to have it in there. But I think most of our songs have seen the light of day. There's a few of them that won't. I think because of just, is it technically, it's just not, we're not able to pull it off. But most of the time we were able to get all the songs out there and yeah. All right. So we got one more. Let's make it a good one. You can choose now. It doesn't say anything about you making banana bread.
I don't make banana bread.
I know. Have open mics ever been part of your songwriting experience? Early on, I feel like.
Early on, we went to open mics to try our songs on people and see if they liked them. Mm-hmm. Because you have to know that when we first started writing together, we were writing for publishers. We thought we'd sell our songs and just get our name out there and have our songs being played by other people. But after 5 years of trying that out, we decided that we want to see if anybody even likes our songs, because obviously the publishers don't, because we never got that big deal. So that's when we started going out to open mics and arguing.
We did some heavy duty arguing then, because
we did a lot of fighting.
I didn't really want to go out and sing. I always thought of myself as kind of like a backup singer. And then Tom was like, nah, you should go out and you should sing some of these. I was never more frightened in my life. When they say that your knees my knees were knocking, I never really thought of it as an actual thing that happens. It did, and it does.
It was throwing me off because they were like little bongos that were out of time.
But had we never, and that was the thing that I used to say when we were hosting Pollyanna open mic, is I'd always go out and I'd say, you know what? It's where I started singing was open mic, and people were so generous and they were so encouraging. Yeah. And this was a long time ago. This was, open mics is not a new thing. It was, it was 2008, 9, 10. We're talking a while ago. And had I never done it, I wouldn't be sitting here. So has open mic ever been part of your songwriting experience? I'd say
in some ways,
just
not
on
really
the
songwriting,
not
but
the writing,
going out and seeing what works with an audience and what doesn't.
Yeah. But we'd never be songwriting had I not done that.
Well, we would probably fizzled out by now.
Yeah. But it was a good experience. And if you are, I know Dave, Narid, you guys, used to go out to open mics. Maybe you still do. But it's definitely a place where you can start.
Yep. Absolutely. All right. Hey, one last thing.
Hey.
One other thing that I did this week. You remember I was in a band named Damascus back in the 80s.
Back in the day.
Well, I got the ancient video of the very last show we did as a 4-piece in February of 1990.
God.
And I edited the audio, tried to make it as listenable as possible. And with the video, I couldn't really help. It was on, like a little tiny camcorder. It's probably, the resolution was probably 480, and like they were a football field away from us with the camera. So it's pretty gritty. You can tell that there are people on stage, but that's about it. But if you want to take a look, you can just go out onto YouTube and look up
Is it out there right now?
Damascus Last Show.
Yep. Yeah,
the surprising thing, I loaded it last night. By this morning, there was like 48 views already.
That's awesome.
And I'm like,
that was me. I watched it for
you must have watched it 48 times.
I'm a joker.
I'm thinking, I never advertised it. I never told anybody it was even out there. And so that was interesting.
Well, it must be. People are probably interested in things that are different.
Oh, it was very different. Anyway.
All right. What's going on May 16th, everybody? Come on. I'm going to have a better flyer next week. May 16th, Hey Nani, Arlington Heights, 6:30 open doors.
It's a special Mother's Day party as well. I'm just making stuff up.
Well, that is, if you do want to buy me something for Mother's Day, I really like Yankee candles. My favorite is the Country Apple, or or like a spruce kind of. I like the nature kind of things. Also, I need to have gift certificates for my flowers this year. But anyway, that's really, whatever.
Okay.
But May
look
16th,
at the time.
please,
Look at the
please.
time.
We'd love to
Look
have
at the
you and your
time.
friends. And if you get a ticket before the end of April, you will get a t-shirt. Ta, 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 ta.
Yeah. We have t-shirts. They're cool. Maybe you got the mailer. If you didn't get the mailer tonight that went out,
It should have gone out like at 8:00, right when we went live.
if you did not get that mailer, go online, go to shadowfields.com and sign up for our mailing list.
And please like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Click on that notification bell to stay connected with us whenever we go live. You guys are awesome. We love being with you on our musical journey. And we will talk to you next week.
Next week with Sammy Barzano.
Sammy Barzano.
Okay.
That'll be great. All right, guys.
Good night.
Bye-bye.